Alright guys, 11.6, adding and subtracting rational expressions. This is part 2. Okay? This is over this that we started yesterday. Alright. What is the first step always? First step's always standard form, right?
Yep.
Okay? So, are these in standard form?
Yep.
Okay? You need to check each one individually, right?
Yep.
Okay, so they're all in standard form. What's the second step?
Simplify.
Simplify. Okay, is there anything in this problem that I can simplify?
No.
No, there isn't. Okay, so what's the third step?
The tree.
Denominator.
Okay. What can we do with this one? Can we do the tree with this one, or do we need to do the grouping? The final one? We can tree. Okay, least common denominator, so we can tree on this one. Okay, so what we need to do is write the denominator down. Okay, and break it up. What does 5 break down to?
1 and 5.
1 and 5, and bring down the x. What does x squared break down to?
X and X.
X and x. Okay, go ahead and circle your factors. Okay, now in order to find the least common denominator, you need one of each type. Okay, that's the first thing you need to do. So what's the first thing we write down?
All the numbers. 1,
1, a 5, and an x. Okay, once we figure those out, we need to go back and look and decide how many of each type do we need. How many 1s are here? 1. How many are here? None. So how many do we need here? 1. Okay, how many 5s are here?
1.
How many are here?
None.
So how many do we need?
1.
1. How many x's are here?
1.
How many are here?
2.
How many do we need?
2. 2.
Why would we need 3, Mac?
Because there's 3 there.
But I need 1 here, I need 2 here, right?
Yep.
Okay, when you're trying to find the least common denominator, you are picking the biggest number that you set. So this is 1, this is 2, so how many do we need?
2.
2. Okay, so what is my LCD?
5x squared.
5x squared, good job, Tyler. Okay, so 5x squared is my LCD. Okay, now I go ahead and rewrite the problem, 9 over 5x minus 2 over x squared. Okay, so I write down my LCD. Okay, now I decide what's missing between the 5x and the 5x squared. An x. So what I do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. So what is the top now?
9x.
9x. Okay. What's the difference here between the x squared and the 5x squared? 5. Okay, so what I do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. So 2 times 5?
10.
Good job. Okay, once I figure out what the difference is between the problem and once you find the LCD, what's our final step?
Cross.
What's our final step, Colton? Subtract. What am I subtracting exactly?
The top.
Just the top part. So I would write 9x minus 10, and it would be over what?
5x squared.
Why only 5x squared?
Is that the least common factor?
What is it, Matt?
The LCD.
That's the LCD, okay? So since that's the LCD, it's got to be the same all the way across, doesn't it?
Yep.
5x squared, and your answer has to be 5x squared. Okay?
Yep.
Any questions on that one?
You want to subtract the top because you're not like total square.
Right. Do not subtract the top. Okay? All right. Any more questions on this one?
Nope.
Okay, next one. All right, let's try it.
Take 2 out of the top.
Okay, you can take a 2 out of the top. You have a GCF of 2. Are you done?
No.
Why are you not done? You can get rid of the 2. So your final answer is 2x plus 3 over x plus 3. Good job. How many of you guys got that right?
I did.
All right, good. All right, next example. 2x over x minus 1 minus 7x over x plus 4. Okay. All right, on this one, what's the first step?
Standard form.
Standard form. Okay. So, what did we add to standard form?
I don't know.
You had to group them, so we put them in parentheses. Okay, do I need to put a parentheses around 2x and 7x?
No, because
No.
it's not a group.
Okay, because it's not a group. Okay, next thing, what's the next step?
Find the LCD.
Find the, no, we simplify. Is there anything that we can simplify? 2x or 7x or x minus 1 or x plus 4? We can't simplify anything. Now, Mac, what's the next step?
LCD.
The LCD, okay? We need one of each type that's up here, correct?
Yes.
So what's the first type we need?
An X. Oh, 1.
Sir? X minus 1, good. What's the second type that we need up here?
X
Sam?
plus.
And x plus 4. Okay? So we have x minus 1, x plus 4. We have another x minus 1, x plus 4. Okay? Then we go ahead and write what's in the numerator. We have a 2x and a 7x. Again, this is the most difficult part of the problem. Okay? You have to remember to find the difference between your original problem and your new problem. Okay? So what's missing between the x minus 1 and the x minus 1, x plus 4?
The X plus 4.
The x plus 4. Okay? What's missing between the x plus 4 and this one?
X minus 1.
The x minus 1. Alright. Now what do we do? Olivia? You have to put them together, so how do I do that? Okay, now, she brought up subtract, right? Am I only subtracting a 7x?
No.
You're subtracting everything behind it, right? So, if I want to include everything behind that subtraction sign, so that way I'm sure that it's going to be subtracted, I need to put it in a bracket. Why would I put it in a bracket?
Because it's all together and by itself.
It's a very simple answer, even simpler than what you said, Matt. So everything is included in the negative, but what I already used
Yeah,
it,
parentheses.
so I need to use bracket this
Yeah,
time.
also.
Okay. All right, what do I do from here?
Foil the top.
Foil the top. Are you sure we're foiling here?
While distributing.
To what?
Yeah.
Distribute.
We're distributing.
So that's
Okay.
it,
So 2x times x is 2x squared. 2x times 4 is,
8x.
I have this negative sign that also needs to be distributed, okay? But so does a 7x, it needs to be distributed to the x, right? So can I just distribute a negative 7x to an x
Yes.
and get negative 7x squared? And negative 7x times negative 1, which would be a,
7x.
good job, positive 7x. Okay, over x minus 1, x plus 4.
And you can combine like terms.
Okay, go ahead and combine like terms. So I have 2x squared minus 7x squared is negative 5x squared. 8x plus 7x is 15x. And x minus 1, x plus 4 is still on the bottom. Why didn't I FOIL x minus 1, x plus 4?
It's on the bottom.
It's on the bottom, and what do you know about that?
Not allowed to do it.
You're not allowed to do it because it's the LCD, so that means it's already simplified. Can't get any,
Simpler.
I can't keep control of the markers today. Alright, so can't get any simpler. Alright, so, am I done?
No, you can take a 5 out of them and an X out of them.
What else can I take out? You should see a problem right here. A negative. So I can take out a negative 5x. And what am I left with on top?
1x.
1x.
1x minus 15. No, minus 3.
Minus 3. Good. And what goes on the bottom?
X minus 1x plus 4.
Anything else?
Can you simplify
No, that's it.
x minus 3?
What do you know about these?
They are simple.
They're groups. Okay, good, Tiffany. They're groups. Since they're groups, can I cancel anything out of the group without canceling the whole group?
No.
No. Since I can't just take pieces of it, okay, there's nothing that can be simplified because none of these groups are the same. Okay, so I am done with this problem.
That's the answer?
Yep.
Oh my God.
Okay. Okay. Question. Anybody else have any other questions? Are you sure? Positive?
Pretty sure.
100%?
1,000.
All right, get out a sheet of paper.
What? What's that?
Get out a sheet of paper.
Is that our homework?
Nope, that is your quiz.